I've been in a relationship with someone for many, many years, decades, so, and either me or I can have a child, but I know someone that knows someone that wants to have a child. Do you, in that process, if we were to find out that that was feasible, like she said, yeah, you two can have them. If we're part of her her process as she goes through it, and she gets covered on insurance and everything, but what kind of going through this process from the beginning, when she knows if she agrees to it and she's taken care of through some form of insurance, what do we need to be doing while the baby is in process of being born to get things ready? Or are there any documents that we need to sign or need to have her sign and us agree on?
Okay. Interesting question. I
Yes,
don't think
that's
we've
an
ever had
interesting
that on family law calls too. So, yeah.
So it sounds like the adoption has not occurred yet.
Right.
So it looks like there needs to be an opportunity for you to file paperwork for adoption. There is actually a process and a proceeding for that. I would definitely suggest looking at contacting a lawyer so that you basically understand the fees associated with filing. You're going to file a petition in probate court for an adoption. You're also going to make sure that you have the consent of the parents, and both parents have to consent. So you will have to make sure that that is something that is a safeguard, because you don't, of course, want later on for the mother or father to come back and try to say that they were not afforded the opportunity to give their child away. So I would definitely suggest looking at contacting an attorney for that, because an adoption process is it can get sticky, but you just want to make sure all the paperwork is provided for. There's really nothing that can be done in the beginning or before the child is born. The paperwork can be prepared. You all can anticipate what's going to happen, but until you have a birth certificate for the child, and the child is actually here, that process can't begin.
So what about, she had an interesting question about insurance, maybe insurance for the child. So, you know, as soon as the child is born, you know, because it may be a situation where the child doesn't have good insurance or doesn't have, you know, who knows. I mean, how can you safeguard against that? Can you make it so that your insurance policy kicks in as soon as the kid's born?
Well, I think that might be an option. Another option might be actually looking at what opportunities the mother has as far as Medicare or Medicaid, to make sure that the birth is guided as far as medically going to the doctor, provided for. I'm not sure if you want to go as far as putting the actual mother on your health care to make sure that the needs that she may have are going to be addressed and taken care of as well, just for any type of safeguard. But until the child is born and you have a birth certificate, it might be hard to get paperwork to show that a child is coming, especially if it's not someone that's related to you. So it might be better to work with the mother to make sure she is provided for, and all the services that she could have afforded to her are going to be at the table and present until the birth of the child.